Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 277. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book and you need some help getting it done, or you've written a book and you need help reaching more readers, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., I-N-K, christine-inc.com if you're looking for me online. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who doesn't even see themselves as a writer into a published author. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Plot is people. Human emotions and desires founded on the realities of life, working at cross purposes, getting hotter and fiercer as they strike against each other until finally there's an explosion. That's plot. And that is by Lee Brackett. Now this week, we have another series here on your daily writing habit. I am out to separate some fact versus fiction when it comes to being an author and writing books. Now for the whole series, be sure and look up episodes numbers 277 through 280, and you'll get my fact versus fiction series on being an author and being in writing in general. So today's piece of fiction that I'd like to address is that all authors are eccentric, and not just that. Sometimes even maybe a little deranged, but just for the sake of being deranged. We are weirdos and addicts and a variety of other attention-getting things, and we do it on purpose to draw attention to ourselves as creatives and somehow special geniuses. That is a piece of fiction, and the first part may be true, that we're all a little weird, but no, I don't think we're this way on purpose. I don't think there's a lot of people listening to this will probably think that too, because we're all in it together, but just wanted to kind of demystify this and add some points to it. My theory is that as writers, as authors, and voluntarily so, we have seats closer to the sideshow of the human condition. Our seats are much closer than other people dare to be. And yes, again, we got these seats intentionally. We want the front row, but being in the front row of humanity has its advantages and disadvantages. When you're in the nosebleed seats, there are things about humanity in the world that are easy to miss or ignore or just, turn your back to because you're in the nosebleed seats and you can just go out into the hallway and go downstairs and get a snack if you don't like what's going on. But you're in the front row, as when you go to a show, it's much, especially if, it's kind of an intense show, it's harder to extricate yourself from the front row than it is from the way back in the balcony right near the exit door. So those of us who are writers, we're down in the front row and we're getting the whole show. We're looking at life up close and personal. And let's face it, some of those emotions and other things, kind of like, I think it was that comedian Gallagher, where he exploded the watermelons or he beat him up with a hammer or something like that. Life tends to splatter and get on you. So if we're eccentric, perhaps that is to cope with the stuff we see. The things that we voluntarily explore in our writing. The stuff that other people either can't see or prefer to turn away from and go down to the concession stand. So that is today's fact versus fiction about weirdo eccentric writers like ourselves. And be sure and tune in tomorrow for the next piece of author fiction, and I'm on a mission to make it fact. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. Be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group, INK Authors, on Facebook to say hello and let us know how we can support your 2020 book writing goals. Thank you again for joining me, and until tomorrow, happy writing.